What is going on? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Wow, holy crap. I didn't think my camera just zoomed in like that, but we'll fix that here momentarily. I don't know why it's like that, but we're gonna fix it. Look like a giant stuck in a box here. We're gonna try to fix it, folks. This is as much as I could fix it, really. Hold on. I have to just do a little technical difficulties applying to it, I guess. What's going on, guys? I hope everyone's having a fantastic Sunday to you. Of course, welcome to the Pier, the AOI Pier, as we welcome you to another edition of Alpha on Your Podcast. I am your host, the Alpha Russ, or as you guys might as well call me now, Mr. Technical Difficulties. As yo, what's up, Bad Dog? So I was planning to do a stream about this NickMercs things, and we're gonna get to NickMercs momentarily later in the show. But I have to say this because I found this as the most sense of humor thing I think I ever had happen to me. I literally went to family's house, totally forgot about it. We ate dinner, and I literally passed out, and then it was like 8:30, and I was like, oh snap, I gotta get home. But then I was just like, you know what, I'll just move stream an hour early, or an hour later than normal. So that's what you get with me. I'm either on time or late by an hour, but at least I posted on Twitter that I was late. And I just want to quickly verify this real quick, because I didn't want to say it on stream, but I guess I'm gonna have to, because I don't want to talk about it necessarily. I probably will cover it on another stream sometime down the line, with the next day or two, probably on a Wednesday morning stream. The whole Keffels, Tipster, and Boblax thing, because this literally came out left field for me, at least. And two, and this is the more important part here, I didn't really honestly want to touch it with the 5-foot pole, but because someone pointed this out to me when I voiced my concern about it, you're talking about NickMercs. They're like, yeah, but you're talking about NickMercs, right? It's like, yeah. I should probably talk about it. Should I? They're like, yeah, you should. But I want to begin here with this right here. Everything's so outsized. Whatever. There we go. We're gonna. There we go. So this right here is a tweet from Origami. So for those who don't know, there was a lady that was on Twitter or on YouTube. She was part of the art community by the name of Kusha Art. I can't really remember because it's been too long on the since the incident happened, and you know how it is with the commentary community. Once something is shared, usually we don't talk about it till usually it's old news. We don't care about it. It's yesterday's garbage. The new garbage is someone with autism. Okay, That's how it works. But I saw this tweet and it reminded me about this, about Creepshow Art. And this is what Origami said. He said, did Creepshow Art delete her channel? And if so, when did that happen? Now, Xylee probably, just like me, I forgot. Is it what? And Origami responded with, was looking for having a hard time finding her channel. And Mari, shout out to Mari. Shout out to you, Mari. All right, there you go. She said, I believe her channel was banned. I could be wrong. Now, I had to do a little digging, and now I gotta keep your attention over to this person right here. This is the Marcy Show, of course. 307K followers, of course. They did a video a month ago talking about Creepshow Art's channel being shut down. Now, I was kind of surprised for the reasoning of it, but for all of us here at home, we're gonna watch this, and yeah, let's give it a watch.
This account has been terminated because we received multiple third-party claims of copyright infringement regarding material that the user posted. This was first alluded to on Twitter from what I saw. If you go to Social Blade, you see outside of there being like nothing here because the channel doesn't exist. This right here was where she had.
Now, like when I watched this, I was actually kind of like, okay, so did she delete like videos? Because that's what usually when you see someone Social Blade, you'll see like someone just sit there and go, like, and they have to delete a video, or they delete a video of evidence. It'll show like negative, whatever the views was on it at the time. So I would assume those were about a third of her videos, because like I know she had a lot more views on her channel about about other things like art stuff and like a little bit of tea drama maybe here and there. I could be wrong about that, but when I saw that, I was just like, okay, so that something may have changed here. And then obviously hold on, let's see here. Obviously it says your account has been terminated because we received multiple third-party claims of copyright infringement regarding material that the user posted. Now, I don't know, that could be automated, or there was a lot of people that were in the tea community that honestly probably in the art community probably shot her video down, and it gathered enough flags about it to the point where they're like, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and flag, we're just gonna terminate this whole channel, which is disappointing, because you know, there's some people that were on her channel at the time that I had a good laugh at. I had a really good laugh at. But we're gonna continue back into this. So
it was all ultimately leading to her channel being terminated for multiple third-party claims of video views and what had she taken down. She had lost nearly 480,000 views, but it seems that she hadn't taken anything down, and that it was all ultimately leading to her channel being terminated for multiple third-party claims of copyright infringement regarding material that the user posted. I personally don't know of anything that she used that wasn't transformative towards anyone. Of course, I may be wrong and these may be valid. I haven't watched every Creepshow Art video ever, so I don't know for.
To be fair, I never watched a lot of Creepshow Art's stuff, so I could be wrong about that. Just as they're wrong about this, maybe. I don't know, but um, maybe that maybe someone got really mad at Creepshow Art because I think if I remember correctly, and someone had to remind me, she did kind of surface back up after the whole allegations came out about her, and she ultimately left YouTube for a little bit. Like I think it was like a year and a half ago. That's how long it feels like, though. I mean, I could be wrong on the timeline in terms of the year, month type of thing about it, but yeah, just like how I said in the video, or in the thumbnail, Creepshow Art channel's gone and I didn't notice. I mean, if that was the case, that's kind of sad, but you can't have everything that you want. So let's see here. I'm gonna bring this back up here. Hold on. I apologize for trying to get everything situated here right now. I'm trying to get all the videos for the next topic because I do want to talk about this. Oh, jeez, Dream. We're gonna talk about Dream. We're gonna talk about Dream. For those who don't know, Dream was a YouTuber and Twitch streamer that actually did did a lot of Minecraft material. They're about say I can't remember the name of it. I have to look at the 31.6 million follower live streamer. Famously for basically slam dunking D's nuts on John Swan. Well, last year Dream revealed his face. So which everyone was really doing comparisons to John Swan, which I found the most ironic thing about this. There was that one meme. I think it was I think it was Chris Judgment that shared a retweet of someone from the commentary community basically tweeting out a photo of the Office meme. Is like, hey, take a look at these two photos and see what they are. See if they are similar. It's just takes a photo, or it cuts to Pam just literally sitting there going like, they're both the same. That like John Swan has a doppelganger here in the United States. But Drama Alert posted this, which that's how I got my attention for all of this. It says the following, and hold on, there we go. I was making sure. By the way, this is the first time I'm actually using the YouTube Studio just to do a scheduled live stream. So bear with me. So I'm kind of new to it. So if I see something, I might stop my tracks of thought for a minute. But anyway, it says here it says Drama Alert. It says Dream announced that he will be returning to a faceless career and putting the mask back on after being bullied for his appearance. Hashtag Drama Alert. He also shared that he will not be deleting. He will be deleting photos and videos of himself, and this is from his actually his info section, the info description section of his videos. Says the following: I will slowly be deleting all photos of me online, going back to just being a gamer in a mask, starting with my Mr. Beast video and my face reveal video. Hi, I'm Dream. I will be walking it back. I will be getting rid of everything other than my new mask. The same people that made the Spider-Man mask, Batman mask, and many other superheroes made me a mask so that I could be Dream all the time, hide my identity, and even if public, at McDonald's, at any place I need to go. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for those who supported me, even though I am ugly, which I, dude, you're like, honestly, and this is me kind of just sitting there go like, like let's call a spade here. He's not a bad looking dude. Like, so is John Swan. He's not a bad looking dude either, but let's see here. I appreciate you all more than you could ever know, and I'll be working on my face when I mask again. Now, my brother does watch Dream. He does watch Dream. And I was having this conversation with him today about it. And he looked at me. He sat there go like, why is Dream putting his face mask back on? I like to actually see his reactions and everything. Like, well, a lot of people said some mean words about him and everything. He's like, that's so fucking stupid. Like, I can remember Rey Mysterio. I can't remember which podcast he was on, but he was talking about when he lost his mask in a hair versus mask match against Kevin Nash at a pay-per-view, and he sat there and go like, because it's my heritage and everything like that, luchadors, if they lose their mask, it's almost like losing their real identity, because some people's identity is basically their mask, which it saddened me a little bit. It did. Why I realized that. But in this case, like with YouTube, if you unmask yourself and you make yourself more visible, like, the internet's forever. I know there's people that already have videos up on like Rumble and all that and YouTube that has to have Dream's face on it still. And the only way that they'll probably get it removed is if Dream requests it off, which I doubt he wants to do that, because he's like I said, he's a 30 something million YouTuber. And he got so triggered over people bullying him on Twitter. And this is the thing. When you're on Twitter and you're getting bullied like that, like, I'm sorry, but I mean, you got to take the punches where you can. And like, negative comments, they do hurt, but you got to have a thick skin when you're doing content like this. It's the nature of the beast, so to speak, with all this. But yeah, that's what Drama Alert said, and this is the video right here. See here, look, he looks like Rumpelstiltskin from Shrek. Oh gosh. Bro, look like Rumpelstiltskin. He doesn't look like Rumpelstiltskin. Yo, Kenny, I thought you were in South Park, but not. Okay, I could see Kenny, maybe. Let's see, he's getting really devious. He has a, let's get there. Okay, wherever I read that, it's all good. See, Dream is ugly. He just looks like Lord Farquaad. Okay, look, all right, fair enough. Like, look, I get told that I look like many other people, and I don't care. It's like, hey, I'm just here. I just exist. I don't care what y'all think about it. See here, it'd be looking for sure. So okay, so I can make a very wild guess here and say that everyone in his community has a consistent a consensus that he looks like Rumpelstiltskin from Shrek, which I don't see it. I don't see it. He looks like John Swan, which makes the John Swan situation even more hilarious in my opinion. But yeah, whatever.
Dream?
What?
We need to talk now.
We have a big problem.
Ever since you took this stupid mask off, you've fallen off. You're irrelevant, you have no money, no views, you're trash. It's the truth.
You've ruined us.
This is what I believe like C tier television shows that are on like Movi look like. It's just like, hey man, get your iPhone. We're gonna do a sitcom. We're gonna do a comedy. We're gonna do sketch comedy. What's the worst that can happen?
There's nothing I can do about it. I feel it's already.
Oh, they actually put the mask on.
But people have already seen me. I've already face revealed.
Delete everything.
Go back. We need to go back to what, 7 months ago?
Will the views come back? You think?
Probably. Like, I mean, they can't get any lower than they are now.
It ain't gonna hurt.
I can't do IRL stuff then. I can't go.
Yeah, you can.
Oh no, he's an Oklahoma Sooners fan. Give me a break. Just give me a fucking break. He can't be an Oklahoma Sooners fan. Like, really? Well, Boomer Sooner then, I guess.
Wear the mask
With
on.
the mask on.
Do everything you do now with the mask on.
Ironically enough, they're just basically bullying him more. Just like, go back to the fucking mask. Why? Everyone knows if I face like, okay, go back to the fucking mask. It's like, okay.
Take it off, we'd be better.
Am I that ugly?
Yes.
Just put it.
You're ugly and you're proud. Come on. See, I feel like this would be a better parody video if he did the I'm ugly and I'm proud on top of his rooftop where he lives, just so you know, that would have been the more based meme take of this. But I mean, I could be wrong. I could be wrong about that, you know. Let's see here. Where so he puts the face mask back on. Let's see here.
Found just right eventually. So we started off by doing some 3D head scans of Dream to map out digitally the exact size and shape of his head. Once we had that base form, our crew.
I wonder if they could do something like that for Susie Lou's forehead. Like just like put a little mat, like make it so where it's like a bandana, so over her forehead. Like don't get me wrong, I can't say that for myself. I have a 5 head myself. I'm proud of it, but you know, at the same time, 5 head Jones here, you know.
Crew could get to work on the design and engineering of the mask. So the mask is 3D printed actually, from laser fused nylon powder. It's hand painted and hand reinforced for the ideal balance of durability to weight. It takes a long time because everything, I mean, the fit, the balance, every millimeter of that mask, it's got to be spot on for it to work. We think it's awesome how the mask turned out. And it's been a real treat working with Dream to help make this a reality.
It's because they gave you money. That's the only reason why. That's honestly the only reason why. But like, okay, I like the fact that he actually used his money where it's worth it in terms of like making a new mask and everything like that. Like, I like the design of it. Like, the people were telling me, like, you know, this is the same people that made the Spider-Man masks, like most of the Marvel masks, so to speak. But you know, yeah. Honestly, I feel like this is designed so simple that you can actually make it at home. Like, really. But then again, like, you know, I mean, we have the slugs in the world that basically make make N51 masks or N91 masks, wherever the high standard was at the time when COVID was around. But you know, yeah, this is peak performance right here. Hi, I'm Dream. I'm a 30 something million subscriber channel. I got bullied by kids who were like either a third of my age or older people a third of like 10 or 20 years older than me. And I feel bad about it. So I'm going back to my regular look, my original look. See, honestly, when he did the face reveal, like I'm just saying, like when he did the face reveal last year, it was because he had low views. So the fact that he's going back to the mask is just so that he could say like, oh well, I at least I tried. At least I tried. Like at least I could say this. Like Rey Mysterio, when he had his mask off, he became four more times he became a cruiserweight champion. He became a 2-time, I think he came, no, 3-time cruiser or WCW tag team champions with Billy Kidman, and became the first and only WCW cruiserweight tag team champions. Or no, he wasn't the only one. There was another team. I could be wrong about that. But they were the last champions, so it's like, you know how it is. But that's Dream, I guess. You know. All right. I really didn't want to talk about this, but I guess we're gonna do it. No. Boop. I hate that this is not working. There we go. Let's see here. Open link. Open link. I'm also trying to do the docket system. I really don't like doing the docket system, but we'll work with it as it goes. Open link. Actually, you know what? I could just do it one at a time and then just open it. All right. So we're going to get into the main topic of this whole stream. And I'm not too sure how I feel about this yet. Like, cause this was actually pretty surprising. Oh, okay, I already got up. So, yippee. I want to make sure this is actually showing. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's see. Why is it not showing up? Grip. Hold on. There we go. So this is what Drama Alert shared. So I wasn't even aware what was going on with Faye's NickMercs. So for those who don't know, Faye's NickMercs was is a YouTuber and content creator that practically plays really good Call of Duty games. Like I've watched some of NickMercs stuff when he did collaborations with Tim the Tap Man and Dr. Disrespect over the years. Which, speaking of those two names, you guys will be want to know what's going on with those two, because they really, I mean it, they really had the A game up for them. But this is what not Dr. Drama Alert said. He said they should leave little children alone. NickMercs' the latest statement about an LGBT protest has caused him to receive backlash. And so this is the context right here. This is Puckett, MLG Puckett, quote tweeted this Brennan Murphy thing that says anti-LGBTQ protesters attack pro-LGBT demonstrators outside of a Glendale, California school board meeting. And Puckett said, this happened 4 blocks from my Overwatch League apartment. Americans are in a sad place right now. Let people love who they love and live your own life. And NickMercs responded with, they should leave little children alone. That's the real issue. Puckett responded with, who is this they and what terrible act is everyone afraid of? I think / hope the goal of most of them is to reduce child suicides. This is done through acceptance and removing the stigma of feeling and being different. As a dad, I'm struggling to see the harm. Gay doesn't mean the P word. Now, I want to say this, like, on a personal level, so to speak. You know, I mean, I'm a conservative, but I always like to say that, you know, hey, if you come from a place where, like, you know, you didn't have anyone to, like, you know, give you love and attention and everything like that, you should be loved, you should be cared for. That said, you should be accepted. And I think parents need to learn to kind of help them, like, in a more healthier way, both mentally and also in a psychological way, and spiritually, you know, all the big things, you know, spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally should be taken care of, you know. But there's certain things that I don't agree with necessarily, like people doing puberty blockers at a young age and all that, because that ruins a lot of their chances for even reproduction. And now, don't get me wrong, if they don't want children, that's fine. I have no issue with that. That's completely their that's their choice. But I can't really respond with a yes to a teenager wanting to have bottom surgery or top surgery because they feel like a boy and it's going to hurt their growth physically and everything like that. And it goes the same with female to male, male to female. And especially with the stuff that they take and everything like that. And I'm not trained for this. Like I'm learning just as much as everyone else is. Like, I'm asking questions as much as I can, you know, try to get an understanding of what's going in their bodies and everything like that. And I'm to the point where I'm just like, look, I want to see the research. I want to see the development of how we're going to have kids be able to do this stuff in a healthy manner that isn't going to result in them having multiple off rates after post-op, you know, or while they're transitioning. Like that's my thing, because I really do value mental health awareness, you know. But I'm just scared of the hurt that a lot of these kids are having, because they're wanting to physically be that. It's gonna hurt them in the long run, and they decided that, you know, halfway through their adolescence ages, that they're gonna sit there and go, well, I don't want to be a boy anymore. I want to go back to being a girl, or I don't want to be a girl anymore. I want to be back to be a boy. That's where I get nervous. Like that's where I get nervous, because that's going to do even more harm for that. And that's why I always, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Like, I believe that if you're gonna, I think anything that will mutilate yourself in order to make you feel like you're the gender that you are, I feel like at best 18 or 21 is a fair trade. Now I can sit there and go like, yeah, you could give them hormones, because like I could hear all the I could hear all the left like starting to, you know, like about to throw the rocks at me, you know, and all the right people are getting their pitchforks and 6-shooters ready to go. But hear me out when I say this. Hear me out when I say this. At the end of the day, it should be about what the children want, but we have to set boundaries for the physical, spiritual, the mental, and the health wise. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, after NickMercs went on, sent that tweet. This is I'm actually skipping something. Hold on. Let's see here. Where is it? Charlie Intel. There we go. That's the one I was wanting. Gonna move this over so I could start moving. Okay, there we go. This is Charlie Intel. They said it appears that Activision has removed NickMercs bundle from the Warzone and Modern Warfare 2 store this evening. Activision has not commented on why it has been removed, but the removal of his bundle comes a day after NickMercs' recent comments about the LGBTQ plus community. And they actually responded to this. It says like this: due to recent events, we have removed the NickMercs Operator bundle from the Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone store. We're focused on celebrating Pride with our employees in our community. Okay. I doubt you're wanting to do that. This was just simply a PR thing to get you guys talking about the game and everything like that. Now, if there was an agreement when they made the agreement that he could have an operator bundle, that, you know, like you can't really make these type of outlandish comments on that, like, you know, that probably I could sit there and go like, okay, that's fair. Like, he can't really say anything super outlandish as long as it's in the store. Like, probably once the new game comes out in September, they could sit there and go, oh, okay, well, you know what? He didn't say anything this long. He's good. Like, if they want the skin back on there, he has to re-up, sign up, you know, all that stuff. I like how the quartering is like trying to push an agenda about this and say, so are you in favor of pushing the LGBTQ ideology on little children? I want to be clear. You are pro grooming. Yikes. And that's where I disagree with the quartering. Usually I'm pretty spot on with a lot of my thoughts, and the quartering really takes a lot of my ideologies from this. But in this case, there's a certain age that I get very quizzical, or we get very quizzical about like our bodies and everything like that and what we feel. And that's usually like in the 4th or 5th grade, right? I don't want to be talking. I don't want to be this. It's such a weird conversation to have this with a child that is younger than like a 4th or 5th grader, because like when you're 4th or 5th grader, that's when like most children are go through puberty. Hell, that's when I went through puberty. I had a mustache by the time I was 7th grade. I didn't know what was going on. Like I'm speaking on experience here. But this is what NickMercs said on stream when all this was breaking down.
Simply feel that I want to be the one and my wife wants to be the one to speak with our child about stuff like that. And that was the tweet. That was the tweet. You can take the tweet if you want and you can spin it, flip it, flop it, quote tweet it. You can put 10 paragraphs on top of it. You can do whatever you want to it to make you feel better if that's what you want to do. But that was the tweet, okay? So if you came here to hear that, I hope you feel a little better about it. I didn't mean to upset anybody. I know that I did. I'm not apologizing about the tweet because I don't feel like it's wrong.
And you know what? That's within his rights. I'll read this comment. That was not the tweet. Majority of these companies have agreements like that. That was not the tweet. That was not the tweet. Okay. Like I already showed it earlier. But I mean, you know, I digress, slug. Hot take, Call of Duty is within its rights to remove the pack. What Nick did was echo an anti-gay talking point, but be it intentional or unintentional. I don't want to say you're wrong about that, but you're not also right at the same time. It's such a gray area, you know what I mean? Because like, you know, because of how every individual state is like running things and all that, like if I was a parent, honestly, I wouldn't want my schools to be like talking about this stuff at a very young age. It's not a gray area. I mean, look, Slug, I could disagree with you on that. You know, that this is the way I'm seeing things. Those are private companies. But like, you know, in terms of like talking to your kids about like, you know, about certain like, you know, relationship statuses and everything like that, you know, like they could choose to do what they want to promote in the products they sell. Yes. Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's fair. Like I'm just saying, like, you know, they could have just contacted Nick and said, hey, what's the context here? It's kind of vague. It sounds like you're going against some of the policies that you signed to not break when you agreed to this. What's going on? Like how Creepshow Art lost sponsors for what she did. Nick lost the pack for what he tweeted. Okay, I could see that, you know. But like I said, you know, I think in what Nick's trying to like understand, like, yeah, he understands that he vaguely tweeted that, but he's coming from a brand new parent aspect. And, you know, him and his wife had that agreement, you know, like, hey, when the time comes. And like I said, like, I honestly feel like if I have children, first of all, bless the world. The world's going to fall into flames. But when they're at a 4th and 5th grade age, like and because they're naturally starting to get curious about their bodies and everything like that, we can have that discussion. We could have all these things, but I want to make it abundantly clear, you know, gay people are okay. Lesbians are okay. Transgender people are okay. They're human beings at the end of the day. We should treat people like how we want to be treated. Like if I go down the street, you know, and I see a homeless person, I'm going to treat them the same way I would treat someone that I see every day at work. I'm going to sit there and go like, hey man, how's your day going? You know, like, you know, hey, is there anything I could do for you? You know, all that stuff. Like I want to be not hostile. That's a stupid word to say. I want to be welcoming to people. But as we're getting older in a world that is constantly rapidly changing. Like I wanna. Your brain is smoothing right now. Slug. I mean, there's voice to speech or whatever it is. Yeah. We're not doing this today, Slug. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not in the mood to go through this, but like, this is what I'm just saying, because like, honestly, Nick is in his right as a parent to sit there and go like, hey, look, like, I don't mean harm to anyone. Sure, Slug racism. Okay, whatever. You know, I think Nick is in his right to simply sit there and go like, hey, like, all these kids that who like, and I've been using this sentence all week because it was true about my life. I was a golden retriever kid. Like, anything that was shiny, anything that sparkled, anything that was constantly moving, I was looking at it. Now, granted, there's not kids that are going to be like golden retriever kids. There's going to be kids that are kind of like, you know, just hanging out, chilling. They don't care. You know, there's people like that. I think it's just because, like, and this is something that I'm actually really coming to terms with, because I've noticed this, especially in a lot of pro-democratic states that are really pushing the LGBTQ agenda up, that they're force feeding it so much that people are getting upset about it. That's the opinion I have of it. And I could be wrong about that. I could be very, very wrong about it. Like, take for example, my state, they've been pushing a lot of like things that, honestly, the fact that they didn't pass this years ago absolutely flabbergasts me. But they're doing it all during this time every year, and just like the states, all these beer companies, clothing companies, everything like that, they're doing pride merch and everything like that for profit. Just like they do for St. Patrick's Day, just like they do for Halloween, just like they do for New Year's. It's just another it's another profit. It's another vote. Like, if you truly mean well in valuing people's lives, why don't you go visit them in their events? Like, I've been to a Pride festival before. It was actually pretty fun. Like, I never had that much fun at a festival, let alone like a festival outside in the middle of summer. Fun, but it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. But I feel like just this country has just lately, any Democratic state is just doing that. That's just me being completely honest about that.
I'm going to stand by what I said. I'm not going to delete the tweet. You know, I just want to make sure everybody understands exactly the point I was trying to make by tweeting my response. You know, and I do want to apologize to Puckett though. I feel like I might have brought a little bit of shit his way, man. I didn't mean to do that, but.
All right, so later on, he this was another clip in the stream. I don't know if it was before this, the clip that I just played, or it was after, but like it does make sense to me. So we're gonna take another
right. And that's I just don't think it's any place for a teacher or a school. I don't think it's the place to speak about things like that. And it's not that I think that it shouldn't be spoken about. If that's what you got from that tweet, then you're just wrong. You're just wrong.
I mean, and this is the thing that I instantly said when I read his tweet. Like after I watched this clip last night, I sat there. I was like, but it was such a vague tweet. Like you inadvertently, and sometimes, and when you're talking about this with the full context of what you meant when you were tweeting this, inadvertently and outvertly put yourself in hot water, like more and more hot water. But like I do agree to some level, like a lot of the Call of Duty community, like the OG Call of Duty community, that is very fair at times, sometimes not. But when they're fair, it's fair. Like they sat there and went, you know, okay, he said something that was pretty whack, regardless of now understanding the full context. Yeah, we need a coming to Jesus moment, or a come to share moment. Yeah.
I don't have any quarrel with anybody in here. I don't have any quarrel with people on the internet. It wasn't an anti, I guess, gay tweet. That wasn't what it was. Now listen, if you have issues with me, or if you have issues with that tweet, then hey, listen, I'm down to agree to disagree. That's fine. We can agree to disagree.
Shout out to Tipster for that. Agree to disagree. Agree to disagree.
But if you think that I hate you because you're a certain way, you just couldn't be any more wrong. That's not the truth. I've said things in my past, right?
And then obviously there's the Dexterito story. Dexterito story. Now, I was curious about this. So what I'm about to show you guys here is a website called steamcharts.com. And I'm going to show you this. So this is the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Warzone. I do have it cut off, but I apologize, but I was trying to fit this in the window, but it wouldn't work. And I'll go ahead. Here's what I'll do. I will actually post this here in the chat for you guys to take a look at for yourself and everything like that. So, and a lot of people were complaining that the game was already dead enough as it is, but this would actually kill it. Like in Minecraft, obviously, but you know, hold on one second. All right, where was I? Okay, sorry about that. But obviously, there, as you see right here, this is the line where it's all popularity, blah 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 blah. From September 22nd, September 30th to today, June 11th, 2023. So at all-time peak, they had over 488,897 Steam users. Keep in mind, this is PC. I couldn't find the other website that actually had the statistics for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2. But these are the average numbers right here. And May 2023, it lost a lot of people. It lost a lot of people. Like I was actually shocked when I looked at this morning, because I wanted to double check if they actually update stuff, and they do. Obviously, currently right now there's 54,209 people on Steam playing this game. In a 24-hour peak, there's 82,183. In the last 30 days, there's only 102,040 players. It's been stagnant for the last 30 days, obviously, because it's May, and then obviously 146, blah, blah, blah. The numbers don't lie. They spell disaster for you at sacrifice. But I noticed that since since this announcement, I've noticed a lot of things. One of the things of which was, of course, Twitch. Usually that's kind of like my standard bearer for like how well a game is doing. I couldn't get the screenshot because this computer had an update and it corrupted the file, but I can actually take a look at it right now through Twitch. Here we could take an actual live look right here, and there you see Warzone. Now, Warzone was actually, before this all happened, was actually in the top 5. Now, granted, with a whole bunch of games coming out and obviously big updates, Ark, Fortnite, and then obviously with special events, obviously with like the PlayStation event and the Microsoft event. But this is probably the lowest I've seen this game ranked here on Twitch in a very, very long time. And I do mean this. I do mean this. I haven't seen a game go back down that low in terms of Call of Duty probably since Ghost. And nuclear take here, but Call of Duty Ghost was the best Ghost or best Call of Duty game. I have to say that. I have to say that. So now, we get to the other two players that I mentioned earlier. I hope you guys remembered. I was talking about Tim the Tatman and Dr. Disrespect. So, and this is the wrong thing again. I don't know why, but here we go. This is it. Okay. We're going to post it right here. And this is why Call of Duty News, Warzone QG said, says, Tim the Tatman has stated his opinions on NickMercs' situation. Seemingly walking on eggshells, questionable face emoji. And this is what he said.
Yesterday. So I'm gonna just say this at the front, man. I love Nick. I talked to him for about 30 minutes last night. I know him, bro. And I truly do not think he meant to hurt anyone with what he said.
And this is a friendship. I like to point out these guys have known each other online for like many, many years. Like many, many years. Like one of my real like IRL friends now. We don't talk as much because we're both busy, but Drew Yo, he's an OG of Tim the Tatmans. And he would tell me stories about like, you know, being in VCs with him and you know, talking life and everything like that. When Tim Tatman tells you something like straight from the heart, like he means it. Like he really does mean it. Like, and you could obviously see it in his face. Like he's really torn up to talk about it. But at the same time, you know, he knows he has to be careful with his words. He has to be careful with his words.
It really, all I can say is this, man. Tatman Army, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. All right. We talked for a while last night and he's doing all right. But
see, like, and then this is what I'm talking about. Like, in terms of like, you know, mob mentality type of things that shouldn't be happening. Like, we're in the land of opportunities. We're in the land of freedom. Like, obviously, you shouldn't be saying negative things about people, but we should also have the freedom of freedom of speech and freedom of opinion, you know? And here's the thing, like, I don't know Adam from Eve or Steve to Steve, you know? We could like the same football team, we could like the same hockey team, but at the end of the day, if we don't like pineapple on pizza, but I do, but my next door neighbor don't, that's an agreed to disagreeable moment, and we could do that in the most positive way possible. Like I said, you know, I don't necessarily have a bad word to say about the LGBTQ. I really don't. Like, I have many friends in the LGBTQ community that actually help me understand what's going on in the community, what they're feeling and how they're feeling, and what can they do from a straight man's perspective. What can they do to make us feel comfortable, or or in my case, how can I, a straight man, make people in the LGBTQ comfortable being around me? Because there's some people that are afraid of straight people. I never heard of that before. Slug. Let me in. I got big news. Slug. Come on, man. Like, I at first I didn't really want to do this topic, but because it's such a huge topic, I want to get through this. If you could let me get through this. Goodness gracious. You are I'm gonna regret this. Leia, don't block me. But I'm floundering here, so to speak. So you know, desperate measures. What?
Okay, are you ready?
What? I fell for that. Congratulations, Sluggy. You officially derailed the stream. Officially derailed the stream. Hope you're happy. Anyway. Where was I with this thought? So that was the soft end of this, so to speak. This is what the radical side of things is. This is Dr. Disrespect. And this is what he was saying about this whole thing.
Announcement time, champs. You guys ready? I don't waste any time. Howdy! Yeah. I'm ready, Doc. Let's go. All right, we're going to have to go full screen on this one. If you don't know the news, yesterday, it just blew my mind. Absolutely blew my mind. That Call of Duty, Activision made the decision to pull NickMercs' skin and bundle off the game for that. You know, champs, I mean, just imagine. I mean, he's one of us. He's one of us streamers, right? I mean, to get your own skin and bundle and that whole collaboration on the biggest shooter franchise out there and be one of the first to do it in Call of Duty, that's such a massive accomplishment.
And I agree. Like, you know, if it wasn't for the fact that, you know, Dr. Disrespect, like, in the non-gimmick sense, used to work at Call of Duty once upon a time, does it have a skin? Surprises me. Which, by the way, I should read this. This is from Near News. It says, Dr. Disrespect uninstalls Call of Duty after NickMercs skin gets removed. But, like, he's right. You know, it's such a big occasion if you get an in-character person in the game. I've seen Dr. Disrespect with that, with Rogue Company. What was the other one? I mean, obviously, NickMercs and it's in the Tap Man. You know, that's a big deal. You know, and obviously Xavier Woods. Actually, more than that, just because he's also a wrestler but also a full-time content creator, they have both of his belts, the up down down championship and the left right championship on there. On the last two 2K20 and 22 and 23. That's how big it is. That's like the official "you made it" thing. And also, by the way, fuck you, suck.
You know, and he worked hard years and years, built a nice community. He's a great representation of a streamer gaming, you know, and just like that, he made it, got it in there, and they pulled it down. That's a fucking tough one, man. That's a tough one. For what again? So what I got to do? What we got to do is uninstall the game. Number one. I mean, don't get a mistake. This year's Call of Duty is the worst in its franchise.
Based. I don't want to hear any more slander about Ghost being the worst Call of Duty Call of Duty war game, first-person shooter game ever. I don't want to hear it. Ghost is based. All right. This game alone. Okay. I'm gonna rant here for a minute. I finally not too long ago played the main campaign for Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Let me tell you something. It's one of the few games that I got so frustrated, like I just literally put the controller down and I had to just like watch something else for like 20 minutes to finally get back into something. And I already know it's skill issue. It's a skill issue. But the writing in the game, everything, the plot line, everything, drove me up a wall. Call of Duty rank it list coming soon. And most people aren't going to like it when I do it. I'll announce the time when that happens. But let's get back to it.
But that decision by COD's PR marketing team, I'll tell you right now, man, that's a tough one. That's a tough one to digest for the two-time. I feel like, A, they either need to apologize publicly to him or reinstate his bundle in order for me to consider playing Call of Duty again. That's where I'm at. We just don't... That's a tough one.
I actually think I think that's a fair enough thing to say, because like I said before earlier, it's a vague tweet. He could be talking about like people in general. Now, granted, a vague tweet's a vague tweet. Most people are going to take it with a pinch of salt or a whole bunch of salt on top of salt. Listen, so much salt, Wilford Brimley will come back out of the grave and tell you to take your diabetes medicine.
That's embarrassing. Holy shit. That's an embarrassing one, man. It's one thing. See, that's one thing. The two-time, hey, I'll talk awards. We'll talk sports. Certainly red carpet premieres and feet on the floor tickets.
Yeah.
You know, these are the topics we'll talk about. One thing we just don't talk about is politics. Because you know these people online, they just like, it's just so extreme one way, it's extreme way the other way. We don't get into it. We don't have time. We're here to put on a show, you know?
And based. This is the reason why this man is based. That is why I like Dr. Disrespect so much. Because gimmick or non-gimmick, he's right. Like, I don't come on to Twitch, or if that matter, any other streaming platform, to sit around and try to play patty cake with everyone. You know, I'm just a dude in the universe. If you can't take me for what I am, it is what it is. Like, look, I'm gonna tell you, the carpet ties the room together, man. I might grab a White Russian. Who knows? But at the end of the day, you know, we're just dudes we're dudes and dudettes and non-binary dudettes. We're humans on a rolling rock going around a big old extra spicy planet. We're gonna die one day. And the fact that people get so butthurt about people's feelings about each other, about people, like this is the reason why I don't talk politics anymore. This is the reason why I don't talk politics anymore, because this is what I'm gonna say about this. We're gonna move on from this. I believe ever since we came out of the lockdowns in 2020, in 2021, when we came out of the lockdowns, where we couldn't do nothing, could do everything, everyone got stir crazy and started doing more stupid shit on the internet. And as soon as everything started opening back up, they think they could get away with murder and doing it in IRL. Spoiler alert. Everyone's trying to get home. Everyone's trying to do their job. Like, what can I say other than, like, you know, we're losing hope. Hope is a dying commodity. You can't even watch the news anymore. It's like what Billy Gardell says. It's like you can't even watch the news for anything like happy or jovial or something. It's like, it's like murder, rape, oil spill, 95 degrees. Good luck. Like, did someone save a cat? Someone save a cat? Like, really? Like, this is what we're coming to. Because I already have the tweet, but I also had Keemstar's tweet on here. We're gonna go ahead and read it. It says Keemstar tweeted out, Tim the Tapman requested Call of Duty removes his skin from the games to defending his good friend NickMercs. My respect for Tim was always high, even higher today. And this is a picture of them together, and this is what Tim Tapman's tweet says. It says, at NickMercs has been my friend for years. We went in getting our COD operators together. It feels wrong for me to have mine and him no longer his. It should be the other way around. His no longer have. Actually, no. Tim, you need Tim, we all have a high school diploma. We should be using grammar correctly. It feels wrong to have mine, but not his. In support of my friend, please remove the Tim the Tatman bundle. Which is a fair request. I think that is a very, very fair request. In which I was going to read the Dextardo article about it, but let's see here. We're going to take a look at, actually there's another, okay, I realize this is the Dextardo article that shares the news that I found out earlier today, and I was actually kind of like based. This is how you make up for it here. Tim, and it's an article says Tim the Tatman skin bundle removed from Modern Warfare 2 store amid NickMercs drama by Carver Fisher. It was done today. The recent time being like 5 o'clock-ish military time. So it says the following. It says the NickMercs Tim the Tatman called for a skin bundle to be removed from Modern Warfare 2 following NickMercs operator being taken off the store. Activision quickly obliged and took Tim's skin bundle as well. The NickMercs controversy has torn the Call of Duty community asunder. I think that's a 25-point word on a double on Scrabble. Or Word with Friends. Does anyone play Word with Friends? Someone should tell me. Let's see here. While some were happy to see that NickMercs skins no longer available for purchase, others were very vocal in dissatisfaction. For players and streamers threatening to boycott to friends of NickMercs like Dr. Disrespect uninstalling Modern Warfare 2 on stream, it caused waves in the COD community. This led to Tim the Tatman requesting his operator skin be removed as well, as he got his wish less than 24 hours after the request, with both bundles unavailable for purchase. Tim, so basically they were like, hey, listen, Tim was like, hey, listen, if he can't have it, then I don't want it. Take my skin off, please. It sounds Hannibal Lecter-ish, the way I just said it, but hey. I mean, Timmy would have a 6-pack if we took skin off him. You know what I'm saying? That's a joke. That's a joke. Let's see. Tim the Tatman requested that Call of Duty developers was one that in less than 24 hours received 21 million views on Twitter. To say that this issue has gone viral is an understatement. Tim didn't comment on NickMercs' initial tweet or statement from Nick saying that he wasn't going to apologize for what he said. He did, however, voice his support for his fellow streamer and said it wouldn't feel right for his skin to stay in the game with Nick being removed. When asked for a statement, Activision had this to say. At Tim's request, oh, okay, does it have the tweet? Okay, whatever. At Tim's request, we have removed the Tim the Tatman operator bundle from Modern Warfare and the Warzone game. The community response to the decision have been mixed, with some already missing Tim's skin and lamenting that they didn't pick it up while it was on the store. It's yet unclear whether players who purchased those skins and want to refund them will be able to do so. So that's pretty much the end of that, I guess. And my thoughts of this is like, honestly, I believe that this was just a rash decision trying to save money, trying to save face, for Pride Month and everything like that. I think that's what, in my opinion, the company was trying to do. Though they didn't like message NickMercs and sit there and go like, "Hey, this is kind of vague. What did you mean by this? Can you reinterpret this, please? Like, you know, if you don't want to reinterpret this, then we're gonna have to remove the skin." Then obviously, you know, they did their part. But they didn't just like check in and just sit there and go like, "Hey man, we've seen this tweet. Are you actually gonna go fix this? Are you actually gonna fix this?" It's kind of sad that we're living in this culture where that's the case. Like that's the unfortunate case of it. And like I said, I believe everyone has the right, when they're born in this country or they're coming here from another country, they belong here. Everyone should have the right to be able to live here, do their thing. You know, I may not agree with it in a morality thing, but I'm not going to judge people for that. That's not me. I'm not going to be the one that just going to sit there wag the finger at someone who wants to be with them, a guy be with another man, or a woman be with another woman, or they're wanting to someone's wanting to be non-binary, transgender, or anything like that. That's not me. And you know, that's my opinion of it. That's my opinion of it. And honestly, people want to sit down with me and discuss this and everything like that, I'm more than welcome. I'd say I will give you the open floor and discuss this with me. If you're part of the LGBTQ community, because I do have questions still. I always have questions because I want to learn people. I want to understand people. I think that's a fair trade-off. For anyone really. So, but I think I'm done here. And I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. But if you guys want any more information about this, I'll actually be dropping the docket in my Discord. If you're banned, sorry, sucks to be you. You know who you are. If you want more information about what I shared today, it'll be in the Discord for anyone to use it and do other streams on this, because I'm always wanting to give back. I'm always wanting to give back, and obviously there's no callers, so I'm not gonna take any callers. But I am gonna call it. Thank you guys for watching. I greatly appreciate every one of you that watched this video, or this live stream, I should say. And y'all have a wonderful week. You know, peace, love, chicken grease. Everything's holy, Tinty Bow.